Hi there, my name is Sarina Baptista. I am an Usui Crystalline Reiki Master Teacher. My Psychic Center, the Dragonfly Psychic Center, has a ton of classes that are available, and we do teach Reiki, and that's why I'm here today. I am here today to show you how to do a Reiki session from start to finish, head to toe. We have Anthony here. He is our client today. Thank you, Anthony. The first thing that we always want to do before the client even gets into position is to make sure that the table height is all right for you to be standing or sitting. I usually sit during sessions. That's why this table is a little bit lower. But if I sat today, you wouldn't be able to see anything. So we are standing today, and you'll notice I'm going to be a little hunched over today, and that's all right. But yours should be, if you're standing during your sessions, it should be raised a little bit higher. The next thing that we do is bring the client in, and we have them lay down, get comfortable, and we say, please take a nice deep breath and just allow the table to support you. If you ever get uncomfortable, need another blanket or anything like that, please let me know. But your job is to just relax and enjoy. The next thing that I do is I take a nice deep breath. And I call in all of my helpers, dearest Reiki master guides, teachers, healers, all the healers of the universe. Thank you so much for assisting me today in this healing session. What that does is it asks for help, right? We want to have all of the help come in too, including the Reiki energy, but also all of our healers, all of our healer helpers. So I always ask them to join with my energy and to assist me. The next thing that I do is actually initiate Reiki. Today I'm just going to use Chokure, but you might be attuned or activated in other symbols. I would suggest doing all of the symbols that you're activated or attuned to. We're going to do Chokure, and just to get the energy flowing. Now you can do it on your hand, or you can do it on the client's crown. You can draw the symbol right on the client's crown. Today I'm doing it on my hand, just so that you can see that. And then I always begin at the crown. And what I'm doing right now is I am just allowing Reiki to flow into Anthony's body. We're just letting it flow wherever it needs to go. You know, Reiki is an intelligent energy. It will go where it needs to go. It's also prepping his body for the healing. So I stand here probably, for a few minutes, just allowing the flow. And I'll usually get a nudge from my helpers to move to a different position when I am ready to do so. The next thing that I do after I flood the system with Reiki is I clear the chakras. So we've already cleared the crown because we've been pushing energy in through the crown. So the next thing that we do is we do the third eye. Now to do that, I just place my hand over his third eye, one hand on the crown, one hand over the third eye. What we're doing is we're looking for energy. We're sensing energy flowing between your hands. And it will feel tingly, it might feel warm. Everybody kind of senses it a little bit differently. However you sense it, trust that the energy is flowing. The next one we do are the ears, and I always do my ear chakras. I'm clairaudient, I'm a psychic medium, I'm clairaudient, I use my hearing all the time. So I always make sure that I clear my own ear chakras and my clients. Next, we're going to do the throat chakra. So hand on crown, hand over throat. We don't want to touch the throat. A couple inches above. People do not like their throat to be touched, so it's much better if you keep your hand above. And again, we're looking for the flow of energy between the hands. If the flow of energy is not there, let's say one hand doesn't feel like it is getting any energy, we would stop and draw whatever symbol. I have Chokure today, right on the chakra. Use both hands and put energy into that chakra. Waiting for it to clear, and then we go back, hand on crown, hand over chakra, and wait for the energy to flow between the hands. Next is going to be heart, and then solar plexus, sacral, and root. And again, keeping our hand at the crown, waiting for the energy. I'm moving a little bit quicker just because it's a demonstration, but you would be waiting for that energy to flow. And then also waiting just a little bit longer to allow both of the hands to have the energy flow between them. The next thing that we do after we do the chakras is we do what I call the joint-to-joint treatment. So we begin at the crown again, one hand on the crown, one hand on the shoulder. And again, we're looking for energy to flow between the hands. I do joint to joint because the joints are so important in our everyday world, in our everyday life. They are what allow us to move, allow us to walk, support our weight, all of that. So we want to make sure that all of the joints are definitely included in our Reiki session. The next I do, take this hand, put it on the shoulder, and this hand and put it on the elbow. And again, waiting for the flow of energy between the two. And again, if you don't find the energy is flowing, stop, put the symbol directly on the joint that you feel is not accepting the energy, and then clear it with both hands. Next, we take this hand, put it on elbow, this hand, put it on wrist. From there, we put this hand on wrist, this hand on hip. And you can touch the hip slightly, just be sure that you are not invading your client's space at all. The next position is hip to knee. Those are very important ones, so make sure that the energy is flowing there. Next is knee to ankle. And then we have ankle to foot, and we're doing the bottom of the foot, making sure that energy is flowing between the ankle and the foot. Then what I do is I move back up to the head, and I push energy down the side of the body that I just did, making sure that this side is clear. What I'm looking for is energy to flow all the way down out the feet. And then after you do that, then what you would do is the other side, joint to joint. And again, after that's done, come back to the head and push energy down that side of the body to make sure that it is flowing freely all the way out the foot. The next thing that we do is what we call Biosin scanning. What we're doing is we're using our hands to determine hot spots, cold spots, areas of the body that need more Reiki. So what we do is we use our hands kind of as sonar dishes. The Reiki is flowing. So I'm feeling the vibration in my hands as I slowly go down the body. Now, if I were to find a spot that needed Reiki, let's say right here, the energy's not flowing, all of a sudden it feels like a vacuum, I would draw symbols right on that spot. Both hands do Reiki on that spot and clear it. And then continue. Moving down the body slowly. You don't want to miss anything because it is very important to make sure we don't have any other blocks of energy. And this is a fabulous way to do it. All the way down to the feet. Then we come all the way back up and we do it again just to make sure. Hands all the way down. I'm going to do it a little bit quicker. You would be going slower though, definitely, just to make sure again that you did not miss any blockages. Anthony's pretty clear. We've been practicing this for a while. So he's got pretty clear energy. The next thing that we do is we sweep his energy, and we use our hands like brooms, and the Reiki's still flowing. So we do this, and we're moving any energy that is in Anthony's system, in Anthony's aura. We are moving it down, all the way down to the end of the bed. And then I envision that there's a basket at the end of the bed, and I throw it all in the basket. And I'll tell you what to do with that in just a moment. One more time. Sweeping, making sure that we get everything that might be in his aura, in his energy field, down. Now what I do is I ask my helpers to take that basket and recycle it take it anywhere that they need to do, anywhere they need to go with it, and recycle that energy, because it's not Anthony's energy anymore. It's not anything that he needs. It's not for his highest good. So then the next thing that we do after we do that is we fluff up his energy. So we're fluffing up the aura. And again, energy is flowing in my hands, and I'm using it to fluff his energy, his aura. We fluff up this way, fluff up this way, making sure that we get everything fluffed up. The next thing that I do is I go to the feet and I push energy up the feet. So I'm standing here and I'm pushing, have my hands on the bottom of his feet, and I'm pushing energy up, and I am anticipating that the energy is going to go out his crown. So as it moves up his body, I can sense if it has any stops along the way. If it has a stop, what I'm going to do, let's say this knee was not allowing that energy to continue to flow, I would come up to the knee, draw chokure or whatever symbol right on it, clear it, and then go back down and push energy up again and make sure that it goes out the crown. After that, I do one more push down, envisioning this time that the energy is taking everything that it needs to take out of his system, anything I might have missed, and pushes it out the feet down into that basket again. And it's flowing. It is clear. At this point, we can stop the session. What I do to stop the session, because I know that he is clear, I've cleared everything, is I do this. And I say to myself, what's mine is mine, what's yours is yours. We don't need to be taking any energy on from our clients. That's not a good thing. So we always separate from our clients. While we're doing the session, we're going to be in their energy. We're going to be commingling with their energy, and that's okay. But afterward, we need to separate completely and fully. And then actually what I do is I will, by this time, the client is probably snoring. So, not Anthony though. So I would gently put my hand on the shoulder and ask, Anthony, that's complete. The session is complete. Take your time getting up. You might be a little bit lightheaded. Reiki has a tendency to do that, but it is perfectly normal. But take your time getting up, get your shoes on, and you can meet me over by the chairs. I'll have some water for you. The complete session is usually 45 minutes to an hour. That's how mine run. What I would do then is I would actually go out of the room and go wash my hands. Another separation of energy for me and the client. And then I would be waiting for them in an area where we can both sit down. I can go over the findings. Where were they blocked? Did I receive messages? Since I am a psychic medium, messages do come through during my Reiki sessions. So what were those messages? I can go over that with them. And then make sure that they understand what they need to do. Drink lots of water. If there's any follow-up that you want to do with them, any future sessions that you want to book, do that then. Definitely get payment if you haven't received payment already. And make sure that they know how to reach you. Make sure that they have your information. And that is it. That is a Reiki session from start to finish, head to toe. Thank you so much for joining us and for watching this with us. I hope to connect with you very soon.